Okay, so previously we have added users, classrooms, and services, and let's see what's next based on our plan. So adding courses. Well, courses is basically a table that is going to connect users, classrooms, and services. So a user, like a teacher, can teach many courses. A service, like a product, can also have many courses, like there can be 10 yoga courses. And a course is usually taught in some kind of classroom. So there can be also many courses taught in one classroom. So now we're going to create this courses table that has user ID, classroom ID, service ID, and later we are going to add these schedule fields and go deeper into them. So let's create this course field table. So let's go to our application, stop the server, now git status. Okay, we don't have any uncommitted changes. So Rails generate scaffold. It will be course. It will have user belongs to, classroom belongs to, and it's going to have a service. It can be either belongs to in all these cases or references. Let's see if there are any difference between belongs to and references. Oh, and again, I created the scaffold and I created all the unneeded views. So I will undo it, git clean ft, git reset hard. I removed all the changes and I will repeat this once again, but I will also add this text, no helpers, and so on. Okay, and let's have a look at our migration. So we have create courses, user, classroom, and service. In all cases, we have null and foreign key true. So there isn't any visible difference between belongs to and references when we are doing a migration. Okay, now let's write Rails db migrate and add this table to our PostgreSQL database. Okay, and we can start the server. Now we will navigate to courses. And here is our courses table. We can select a user, a classroom, and a service. And by default, in associations, the presence is set to true. So we have to set presence to false if explicitly in the model if we want an association not to be present by default. Okay, now we've created this table. Let's save our changes and then keep going. So git status, git add all, git commit main. It is create courses table. Okay, this is done. And now we're going to add some validations, add it to our header. So let's do it. Let's first add a link to our header, layouts header. We're going to have a link to courses path here, courses path here. It will be courses. And let's say FA users. Let's see if something like this exists. Okay, I will restart the server, Rails S. Okay, we have courses. Now we can actually change the image because we have 2 times just users. Let's go to font awesome, select something. No, not this, font awesome. I don't know why this website is taking so long to load. Let's say users, because a course is basically a group of users that do something together. Okay, FA, user friends. Let it be like this. So let's create a course. We can select a service, let it be yoga, a classroom, let it be room 1, and a user. But we have a blank select. Why is it so? Interesting. Well, the reason is, I will show you now. In schema, if we go to our users, we do have a username field. And by default, it shows us the username. But none of the current users has a name. And that's why it shows a blank field. So what if we want to show not the name, but something else? Let's go to user.rb, our model user.rb. And here to us, we have email. But in the label, the name overrides the email. So let's create a method called def2label. And inside we will once again have either email or 2s. Let's see if it works. I refresh, and you see I have the user email. So let's select a user, a room, without selecting a service. Service must exist. Let it be yoga. And we've created our first course. So it is a course with a user, a classroom, and a service. Okay, looks good. So now we can create courses. Now, do we need any additional validations? Let's go to course.rb. Well, dev2s, I'm not sure if we need it now. Let's come and see later if we need to add something like dev2s email or whatever in a course. Actually, a course is a unique combination of a user, classroom, and service. So it could be like a name of the course could be user plus classroom plus service, whatever. But I think that's it. We've created a basic courses table, and next we're going to work on the functionality of creating schedules for courses. So this course has lessons on Mondays and Fridays at 5 o'clock, and create enrollments and create lessons. But we'll come back to it in the next lessons. So that's it. We've created a courses table and added some basic, well, validations. I'm not sure if we can even call that. We made it work.